In my mind that was done when the boat was built, but that's not the case, eh?
No, this is an aftermarket fiberglass over a steel fuel tank.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they should have fiberglassed them when they put them in. But
Well, they should have used aluminum, but you can see the fiberglass over the steel right there. And going around to the starboard fuel tank, you can see it's still steel with the white paint on top of it. Now, if you were to paint your port fuel tank white, it'll make the engine room a whole lot more visible just because of the white paint. So those are some things to think about. There is your Raycor filter. It's a model 900 Raycor filter. And then that little bitty one over there is for the generator. That little bitty white one under the yellow funnel, that's for the generator. And then over here is your fuel manifold where you can select either the port tank or the starboard tank to supply the engine.
or both.
Or both, the way that you've got both of those yellow handles open right now, so you're pulling out of both tanks. But also at the bottom of the tanks, you've got another pipe right there with that yellow handle that's open. So that means that the bottom of this tank will equalize the level through that copper tubing going across that rear bulkhead all the way across to just to the left of that white hose. There's another fitting. So that means that these two tanks will equalize level, which is good in one aspect and not good in another aspect. If you're out in the ocean and the water's pushing up on your starboard side, then that will push the fuel over to your port side and the boat would ride unlevel and might be out of balance and very uncomfortable. So for that case, you can close one of those valves and then just pull fuel out of one tank by using that fuel manifold selector right there. So that would be a good idea when you're out in rough water.